I wanted to take this opportunity to talk to Alyce and allow you all to get to know her a little bit better. And I thought I would start by asking Alyce, because she's had so much experience not only in law but in other aspects of her career in finance, in banking and so forth, like, what is it that you think is important when you are connecting with your client?
I think that the first thing you need to do is build some kind of rapport, and I think in some respects you need to be able to put yourself on the level of the client. No matter what that client needs, you need to be able to pinpoint how they need you to be, and to work in their strengths and weaknesses and give them what they need. And that's knowing how somebody needs you to be is how you then build rapport, and then how you build trust with them, because you're communicating with them on the level that they require, not on the level that you require. And I think particularly in law, which can be very complex and overwhelming, the ability to speak to somebody on their level, whether or not that's a sophisticated businessman or whether or not that is a legal aid client, or a single mum who doesn't understand what the financial position of her life has been until now, you need to be able to communicate the complexity of that on a level that they understand.
Let me ask you a few questions about trial preparation itself. And aside from the fact that everybody in the office doesn't sleep for 2 weeks and our lives are put on hold, and I'm quite comfortable to share with everybody that you had your 2-year-old daughter sleeping over at a friend's house for a whole entire week. So while your husband was flying in and flying out of work, so that you could purely focus on your trial, which I actually think is probably one of the world's greatest sacrifices that I've ever encountered. Talk to me about trial prep.
I don't know, I maybe got more sleep during trial prep than I did beforehand. So, it's a bit of a toss-up. But trial prep is intense. It's intense for anybody. It's intense for us. It's intense for the client, because it's that peak. You've got to get to the peak, and right at that last minute is where everything just kind of compacts and is crammed in, and you're working till 2 a.m. to make sure that everything is ready to go. And like you said, having the right team is paramount, because I can't sit and spend that time preparing with, for instance, the barristers on the matter, if I don't have a great admin team putting together the court briefs or making sure that all the disclosure is printed, and not having to turn my mind to those issues, because I just know that that's going to happen, means that I can focus on the real core of the matter, making sure that we're hitting the right notes, making sure that we're prepared for anything that comes up during trial, that we're not going to be blindsided by anything, that we've reviewed all of their disclosure and we know exactly what points that they're going to hit. Being able to just solely focus on the real core issues of that, making sure my client is prepared, making sure they're ready to come down to court. All of those things I can do, because I have this great support team behind me. And from a client's point of view, I think for them to be able to see that I'm calm and that I'm in control and that I know what's happening, because I've got this team behind me that's just doing everything.
Sure.
That's what my client needs. They need to see that I'm calm. They need to see that I'm in control. They need to know that if they call me and say, Alyce, but blah, 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 I can say, I'm on it. I've already dealt with it. It's sitting in a pile.
Yeah.
They need that from me, and I can only do that because of the support that I have.
Agreed. Thank you, Alyce.